Welcome back to the evening show. Now, Chef Chris Sandford has been showing me a thing or two in the kitchen yet again this week. I've really been learning a lot from Chris and it's very, very enjoyable. So take a look at how I got on this week. So Chris, we're back in the kitchen. And today, we're not just making one soup because that would be much too easy. We're making three.
Well, you're absolutely right. Well, one soup would be too easy. And we spoke about before something called a velouté. And that's something we use in the business quite a lot. And it's a great base to start for any. There's different ways you can make soup. You can use a roux, which we're going to use today, or you can use potatoes to thicken your soup, or you can use pulses. But we want to focus on a velouté because it's so versatile. And here's the thing. A lot of people are already making these type of sauces. They just have to take it another level.
Okay, so how do you actually make a velouté?
Okay, so what we're doing with a velouté is a bit similar to when you make a white sauce. So you have equal quantities of flour and butter. In a thick bottom pan, you melt your butter, and then you add your flour and stir it. Here's what it changes. So there's three different stages. You can have white, blonde, and brown almost with a velouté. So if you get it to blonde, what we have today, which is just a wee bit more than a white one.
And this is it here?
This is it here, yeah. Some we prepared earlier. And all we're going to do is, once you've got it cooked to the colour that you want, so it's not too brown, you then take your roux, sit it into some cold water. Just place it, and that will stop the cooking process. And then, instead of using milk, which you would do in your white sauce, you're going to use chicken stock or ham stock, or if you're making a vegetarian one, vegetable stock.
Okay.
So you keep adding it, mixing it, adding it and mixing it. Let it cook for about 15-20 minutes. Just keep an eye on it now. You know, make sure the pan's nice and thick. Put a wee cartouche on top of it as well. That'll keep all the heat in there as well.
Okay, and that's the paper piece that we've done before? That's
the paper one that we do, yeah. And that way then you'll be able to keep a wee eye on it and it will tick away just nicely.
And it ends up real creamy.
And there you have, and that's what you have there. Perfect. Now, cream. You can add cream or don't add cream. It's entirely up to you. I like to add a wee bit of cream because that's just me. It's the chef thing. It's butter and cream. You haven't gained anything. It's great, and all the time we're doing this. So it's up to you if you want to add cream or not. I personally like to add a wee bit. But we're going to make three different wee soups today. We're going to do a lovely ginger and lemon, which is a really nice kind of a fresh tasting soup. We're going to do pea and ham. Which is a really unusual wee one. I don't think lots of people have a wee go at that, but it's very simple.
It's very Scottish, isn't it?
Well, it is a wee bit Scottish, aye, but it's good as well. It's lovely and tasty. And the one that you're going to do is we're going to do wild mushroom and broccoli.
Lovely. So we've 3 pots ready.
We have.
What is happening?
Okay, well I've got my 2 soups done, so
it's
over to you, Olive.
Okay.
So, wee bit of butter in there.
How many of these?
Just one of them. Nice big one there, yeah.
It's kind of melted.
Now it's going to be hot, that's it. Now, you can see we're using a rubber spatula here, because with the metal one we'll get a bit of a reaction, so we don't want to have that. Oh, really? Add your red onion there as well, Olive, because I have those. That's it there. So we're adding the red onion just to give it a wee bit of a different colour and a wee bit of texture to it as well.
I love red onion.
Yeah. Pop all that in there, give it a gentle mix round, and then we're going to add our parsley. That's it there. There you go. Now, that's it there. And listen, what we're going to do now is I'm going to add just a little bit of wine, because if you just come away a wee bit there. Now that's optional. You can add a little bit of wine or not. It's entirely up to yourself. But I like to add a little bit of wine. It gives it that real. Je ne sais quoi.
And if it's not good enough to drink, it's not good enough to cook with. We've learned that before.
Yeah. Add your mushrooms and your broccoli now.
I've never had mushroom and broccoli soup, I don't think.
There you are. Let me take that out of the way for you there. Now, gently mix that around there, Olive.
Looking good.
So now, what you want to do is possibly just about half of that there would be plenty for you there. And of course, if you're making one big pot of this soup, then you start with enough ingredients for one big pot. So we're actually making it into 3 different soups. So there you are. I'll take that away from you there.
Is that enough, yeah?
It's great to assist you today, madam. And
telling you, turn into a pro now at this stage.
So you can see that comes, obviously the copper is great at distributing the heat evenly there. But that comes to the bottom there very quickly, Olive. And you can see, look, doesn't that already look good enough to eat?
It looks fabulous, doesn't it?
You know, so all we're going to do now is just let that simmer for just a little minute, minute or 2. We'll let it rest just for a wee sec, but 30 seconds before we pop it into our dish, and then we're going to enjoy it.
We're going to taste it. It's that simple. So we have our lovely soup already here.
We have.
It smells fabulous, and the 3 little cups are so cute.
Oh, do you think so?
Yeah, that's such a nice way.
Well, do you know, like good fresh soup. I think it's great to have it in a little mug or a little cup. No?
It is.
And do you know, once you've been out for a nice walk or you come home, maybe even after a hard day, you can prepare this in advance and keep it in the fridge. It's absolutely no problem at all.
And as well, if you've got guests coming over, it's such a nice way to serve it because everyone has a cup and it's really simple.
Absolutely. And of course, do you know what? You can put them in a lovely china cup as well, which would look lovely. And it's a great little, amuse-bouche, we would call it, which just means to amuse you, if your guests are arriving or something like that. But that's a great job of the mushroom soup there, Olive. I think that looks fantastic. Okay, what about you? So, for me, what I've got here is I've got
the finish of the pea and ham soup.
This is a pea and ham, and I'm just going to pop them in there. Of course, I put them into the actual soup when I have it on the stove, but I just think a wee bit of that there, and maybe a few wee croutons as well.
The croutons are really cool as well. They're easy to do, are they?
Yeah, of course.
You just throw them into a little bit of butter.
Just throw in a little bit of butter. That's it. A little bit of butter and a little bit of olive oil, if you like. And there you have it there. So 3 really different soups from the one.
It's all the one. It's exactly the same velouté.
We'll put some cream in them all. Yeah. And I'm always giving out to you, you should always taste stuff before you actually serve it. Because it's absolutely paramount you always taste stuff. So you know what to say, Olive?
The proof's in the pudding.
The proof's in the pudding. Oh, you've got one there already for me. Well, I'm going to have some of this one here because this is my absolute favourite. Pea and ham with the crunchy croutons. Absolutely delicious. And you can have it any time of the year. You don't have to have this in the winter. Soup is great for all year round. It's just a great thing.
So creamy. Really, really nice.
I love the ham. I love the ham with that one.
There's lemon and ginger in this one.
Lemon and ginger.
And how did you literally just fry up the lemon beforehand, or how did you do
Again,
that?
it's the exact same. The beauty of this is, like you did with the broccoli one, it's the same principle with all of these.
No,
it's the exact same.
Through there.
Is it? And the ginger as well.
Yeah.
It's just great flavour.
Can I try your?
Of course you can, yeah. And the ham, the pea and ham, it's a wee bit of a Scottish one, but it's absolutely great fun to have. And hey, very appealing, hot crusty bread. Great way to start any dinner party, or simply after a good long walk. Great way to warm yourself up.
Absolutely. And these are the pansies as well. Are they a garnish?
Pansies. Well, we call them nasturtiums, especially if you've taken them from your mum's garden. She would call them pansies, but we call them nasturtiums. Okay, so yes, they're edible. Absolutely, just make sure you wash them.
You could
of course,
put that on your soup as a garnish as well.
Well, you could. It would wilt very quickly. They're great with salads and that kind of thing. But they're very pretty, aren't they? And I know you like pretty things.
Ah, okay. Well, I'm going to pop this in my soup and I'm going to finish eating it. And it was absolutely wonderful to have you here today again, because 3 soups, so simple, couldn't be easier. Yes, the wonderful Chris Sandford there with yet another great dish. And if you want to try that recipe out at home, all you have to do is log on to the website www.city.ie, click on the evening show page, and that recipe, along with all the other recipes that he's been showing me throughout the months, would be all there online for you to try it. Now, that's all we have time for on tonight's programme. Tomorrow we're going to be taking a look at Father's Day presents, because Father's Day is on Sunday. I'm sure you all know that, and you've been already looking at presents for your dad, but we'll be taking a look at that tomorrow. And Owen Dawson will be here with a book review. That's tomorrow at 7, repeated at 9. See you then. Bye-bye.